Now, I think what's truly impressive is the first 3 years, you were literally packing your own orders. Now, these bars, you sell about 50 million of them a year. That's truly incredible. With that being said, I'm interested to hear what is your definition on winning?
Being a part of someone's everyday life. And once you conquer that, that's truly winning.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa. I am an Amazon seller and marketer, and today I'm joined with a very special guest. She is someone who started one of the most exciting success stories in the good for you markets. Now, Erica Grossman, you are the founder of TRUBAR.
Yes, thank you, Melissa. So nice to be here with you. I'm Erica Grossman, the CEO and founder of TRUBAR. They're a better for you protein bar with 12 grams of protein, vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, no sugar alcohols, no seed oils, most importantly. And yeah, they're better for you.
That's incredible, and they obviously taste amazing.
Obviously.
Now, these bars, you actually have them in over 21,000 different retail stores. You sell about 50 million of them a year. That's truly incredible.
Actually, I'm going to correct you. We are in over 25,000 doors,
Okay.
21,000 in the US.
But
Snap.
just a little quick correction there.
And we sold about 100 million bars last year.
That's incredible. Wow. And you also recently had an exit, about $173 million exit just last month. That's super exciting. First of all, congratulations. And secondly, thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Yes, we got acquired by Etiqueta. They are very big in Europe, but haven't really tackled the North American market. So we're their first acquisition.
Now, today we're going to be diving into what it takes to build a winning brand in today's consumer landscape. You've obviously built a very successful brand. You're also a paddle player, naturally competitive, I assume.
Yes.
With that being said, I'm interested to hear what is your definition on winning when it comes to business?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple components to that, but winning really is being a part of everyone's everyday life. Like that consumers are going back for it and making it part of their lives. So I think it's the long term. I think you can win short term, you can win today, you can win this month, you can win next month or this year, but it's being a part of someone's everyday life that is just so important. And once you conquer that, that's truly winning.
I love that. Now, I think what's truly impressive is you've also bootstrapped TRUBAR. With the first 3 years, you were literally packing your own orders. Now, to everyone in the audience kind of listening, if someone were to start a brand from scratch with very limited marketing budget, where would you tell them to focus on first?
So I think you have to find a product that you really, really believe in. Then you need to decide, who are you marketing it to? Who are your people? Who are you going after? Who are you going to market it for? Because if you have too broad of a range, it's just, you're never going to be successful. You've really got to zone in, go after them, know who they are, and then you've got to just do everything and anything that you possibly can, ask for favors. So like anything that you're pushing, you need to be able to ask for help from anyone, knock on any doors, just be there and do anything and everything to push it forward.
And I love that you say that being okay with asking for help, because I feel like a lot of
Have
people
to.
don't want to, or they feel the need to do everything themselves. So at what point did you feel like, okay, I have to relinquish some of that responsibility in order to take
Oh, and
TRUBAR
to
to the next
grow?
level? Yeah.
So, oh God, that is actually another story. It took a long time to actually let go of certain tasks that I had, like, ingredient purchasing or, it took me a while, but I guess when I really realized that, we were just too big for me to handle, that there wasn't enough hours in the day. And then you have to really trust that person that you're bringing on board. So
So you once said in a Forbes interview that you want to see TRUBAR everywhere. And I think that you're close to accomplishing that. But what is your advertising strategy going into the next year to make that happen? And what role does Amazon ads play in that?
yeah, Amazon is so important. Amazon, it's not just Amazon, it's like your search engine, it's your dashboard, it's your, reviews. Like we go to buyer meetings and our Amazon dashboard is literally sitting there on the deck because, buyers go there, consumers go there, the retailers, they go to Amazon to check out what your pricing integrity is, what your reviews are, how you're doing, just everything. So I feel like Amazon is like, it grew into being this like crazy, which we all know, right? We're all on Amazon all day long buying everything. But yeah, Amazon is so important, and it's really important to spend on there to make sure that all of your products are lining up with your keywords. And it's one of our biggest customers. So Amazon's really
100%.
important.
I'm so glad to hear that. But I know that you mentioned, keeping the dashboard up and always analyzing everything from a keyword perspective. Let's dive into that a little bit. How do you identify high intent keywords when investing in your sponsored brand campaigns?
Yeah, so going into the dashboard and seeing which ones are trickling the most amount of people coming forward. Also, sales. Sales, number one, right? So, how are you performing? How are your sales that month from your keywords that you're doing?
Absolutely. Now, when it comes to selling on Amazon, obviously your branding is on point, your packaging is amazing. You obviously have a creative brain. What sort of creatives are you focused on with TrueBar? Like, have you noticed certain ads performing better than others or certain
Um,
types of
yeah,
creatives?
educational, right? Educating the consumer is very important. Our product, for example, you can't taste it through Amazon. You could sample it in a retailer, but you can read the reviews and then you can educate them. Like, we're seed oil free, we have no sugar alcohols, we're fair trade cacao, like all the important things that people don't realize that they need or that they want. 12 grams of
Mhm.
protein, high in fiber. So just educating the consumer and doing that through the ads and different content creators really helps rather than just the typical, lifestyle. Like, oh, I went to the gym and I'm eating a bar. It's so much better to educate them.
100%. I mean, I love what you said about focusing on those key points that make you different from your competitors. And I think that you can really do that with the creative side and pairing it with being able to reach a much broader audience
Yes.
using sponsored brands and those types of ads. Now, what tells you that your Amazon ads are performing well? Is there a certain metric that you look for? Obviously, you said sales. Sales is number one, super
Sales is
important.
definitely number
But
one.
beyond sales, is there anything else that you look for that
The click-through rate. Just seeing the click-through rate, how many people are actually clicking through it to get to it to become a purchaser. That really shows.
amazing? Now, before we wrap things up, I want to go through a couple of rapid fire questions with you.
Okay,
Spit them
I'm
out.
ready.
Yeah, you're
Let's
ready?
go.
So, what is a book that you have read recently that has made a big impact on your business?
So, unfortunately, I do not have any time to read right now. Being a mom, trying to be there at every aspect that I can, and then running this company, going through this acquisition of the past 8 months, which was a lot. I have not read.
Honestly,
So,
that's
if
so
if
real.
I have downtime, I don't want to read.
I
No.
respect that. What is one habit or productivity hack that has made you a better CEO?
So I always go through, I write down everything. I make a list every day and then I knock off the list. I, check through it. Also, another thing that I share is like, I always look for the solving. How are we solving something? So anything that's going on, instead of looking or talking about the problem, but what is our solve? I think that that is so important. I think people get lost in the issue and the problem and go down this bad path. But if you just look for what's the solution, how are we moving forward? What can we do to solve it? So that's what I would say.
Amazing. And now that you've exited, what is next for you?
Well, I'm staying on. I am a true mama and I'm going to stay here.
True Bar
True,
is your baby. That's your
yes.
initial baby.
Yes, it's my third
Your third
child.
child.
And so I'm going to, conquer the rest of the world. I want it to be everywhere. We're going to go global. Eti Gita is international. So they are, 65 years of manufacturing and distribution across many countries. So that's my next,
Wow. Does
conquer.
that mean we'll see True Bar in different categories then?
Well, that's another thing. But yes, we do have the IP that I already started purchasing over the years to go into other categories.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really excited.
This has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. If people want to follow your journey and continue along with what you're creating, what you're building, where can they find you or follow you?
You can find me on Instagram at Erica TRUBAR. And then,
And in all the grocery stores.
and everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Just try us and buy us.
I love it.